Tonight, on Channel 24 News, we look into the art of jousting. Later in the broadcast, we interview a merchant from a nearby town. Don't miss our investigation on the plague, but first, we go to Margaret.
Thanks, Leslie.
This just in.
Today in the year 1202, the Crusades began. As you recall, the first one began in 1096. It began after Pope Urban II received a plea from the Byzantine Emperor after the Muslim invasion. We're not really sure why, but the Crusaders have divided and begun to fight the Christians rather than the Muslims. They're out in the streets chanting, "God wills it."
God wills it.
God wills it.
Now back to the studio with Leslie.
Thanks, Margaret. Now we're going to talk about the plague, the sensation that's sweeping the nations. Literally, everyone's dying. Today, in 1346, 7,500 people died as a result of the disease. If you're bleeding in the lungs, have mental disorientation, or high fever, be careful. You probably have the plague. And if you do, you only have about 2 to 4 days to live. As a result, everything's prices are rising. People are also going to church less, and power is declining. On a brighter note, now we go to Gaia with sports reporting on jousting.
Recently, in 1520, a decrease in jousting has been noticed as a result of the musket being invented, as well as a change of entertainment. In memory of jousting, we take a look back into the history of jousting. In 1066, the first tournament reference was described to be invented by Godfrey de Prouilly. Jousting was used as entertainment to enable knights to practice combat skills. King Henry II forbade jousting tournaments. On 1194, King Richard I granted license for tournaments, including jousting, known as conflictus gallictus. The Statute of Arms, a law for jousting, made in 1292 by King Edward I, was made so no weapons could be used, or no pointed weapons should be used. As a result, a new lance developed called a lance of peace, which was blunted. In 1400, the tilt was also invented to reduce the injuries due to jousting, though King Henry II died by being pierced in the eye at a jousting tournament against Gabriel Montgomery. This has been a brief overview of jousting. Back to you, Leslie.
Thank you. Thanks, Gaia. I'm here with a merchant that's going to inform us a little bit about feudalism. How has feudalism helped you survive?
Well, it has helped me and my people survive the breakdown of central government and order.
What is the class structure like?
It's actually very strict, and it is based on the control of land and military power.
Who controlled the political life?
The leading nobles, of course. They built large castles for their own protection and surrounded themselves with armed knights.
Where did the people live during feudalism?
Most people lived on manors, which consists of the lord's house and the peasants living in the surrounding area. Sometimes it's known as manorialism.
Are there any important titles for different classes?
Well, there are lords, which are nobles, knights who are warriors on horseback, and serfs, the peasants' farmers, who give their lords part of their harvest in return for the use of land and other services. Sorry, my peasant friend is waiting. I gotta go.
Wait, one last question. What's it? I don't know. Wait, one last question. Okay. Wait, one last question. What's a peasant?
She's actually a really poor farmer, though some are millers, blacksmiths, and even tavern owners. Her house is only a 2-room cottage with walls made from dried mud, plastered branches, and straw, and pigs even live inside her house.
That's all the time. Well, that's all the time we have today. Tune in for another. Well, that's all the time we have today. Tune in for other embarrassing videos. What? Oh. Well, that's all the time we have today. Tune in tomorrow for all the other embarrassing videos you're going to have to watch. Back to you, Miss Anderson.